Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam 10. As you may remember, Krishna was kind of laughing because he said to Arjuna, "How are you going to satisfy everybody? Most of your brothers and Draupadi want you to leave Ashvatthama alive, but Bhima wants him killed. Do what you think is fit under the circumstances. Try and see how you can please all of them." Arjuna looked at all of them. Krishna was standing with his arms locked together across his chest, and there was an inscrutable expression on his face. Yudhishthira and the others were looking sad and uncomfortable. Bhima was glowering angrily at the prisoner. After a long moment, Arjuna thought that he understood what Krishna was trying to tell him. He took up his sword and cut off the jewel on the head of Ashvatthama. Stripped of the glow of the jewel which had been part of him, stripped of his Brahmanic tejas, impure because of Shishu Hatya, Ashvatthama stood there in their midst. Arjuna undid the ropes which bound him and said, "Now you can go." Cutting off the hair of a Brahmin, taking away the wealth that belongs to him, and ordering him to leave your presence. Each one of them is itself like killing a Brahmin. And Arjuna had done it all. To Ashvatthama, who was jealous of his honor, this treatment at the hands of Arjuna was worse than death. With his eyes bent on the ground, he dragged his steps away from the presence of the Pandavas and went far away from there. 6. Uttarayana. Yudhishthira had no peace of mind. He had conquered his enemies and he got his kingdom back from Duryodhana. But he had no desire to rule the kingdom. He was greatly depressed. He hated the thought that his cousins and all the great kings of the land had to be killed because of the war. He felt that it should not have been allowed to happen. "It is because of me and my lust for power, my Raja Lobha, that all this happened," he said again and again. Krishna tried his best to comfort him. He spoke words of wisdom. He said, "Look, it was fate that was responsible for all this and not you. The sons of Dhritarashtra had to die because of the adharma which was part of them. Remember all that they had done to you. Remember the one incident when my sister Draupadi was dragged to the court by her hair. Does not your blood boil at the remembrance of it? For that one sin, all of them had to be killed. Grieve not, my lord. You are not to blame. They carried the germs of destruction in themselves. Please shed this sorrow and make your brothers and Draupadi happy. Let me see the 5 Pandavas enjoy the kingdom which is theirs by right. This was the sole purpose of my life, to establish you on the Kaurava throne. Now that I have achieved it, please reward me by looking happy." Vyasa and Narada added their words to the words of Krishna. But it was of no avail. What hurt Yudhishthira most was the killing of Radeya. Day and night he would sit and brood over it, and the entire family was sunk in gloom because of the king's sorrow. One day, while they were all together, all of a sudden Krishna became lost in a reverie. Yudhishthira asked him why he had become so thoughtful all at once. Krishna said, "Bhishma, who is on the bed of arrows, is thinking of me, and he wants me by his side. Yudhishthira, he will soon pass away, and with him will go the entire store of wisdom which he has garnered throughout all the years. I suggest you go to him and ask him to instruct you in the art of ruling the world, and in the more difficult art of preparing yourself for the life to come." Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.